Hello students, today we'll start a new chapter in Civics. That is chapter number 3. The Union Executive. Students, we have already studied about the Indian Parliament, that is the legislature. Today we will be talking about Union Executive. We are already aware that government has 3 main organs. The functioning is depend on these 3 organs, that is the legislature, the executive and the judiciary. These 3 organs are both present at the central level and at the state level also. So the government has the 3 organs. The task of legislature is the law-making body. And we have already studied in the previous chapter. The legislature comprises of the Union Parliament, that is the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. They are the law-making bodies. Laws are made in the Parliament. Now we will be seeing the executive body. This organ of the government, it deals with the implementing the laws. Whatever laws have been made in the parliament, in the legislature, they will be implemented by the executive. So, today we will be talking about the president, the vice president, the prime minister and his council of ministers. We will be seeing how they implement the laws that are made in the legislature. So, talking about the president is the head of the state or the head of the government of India. Here, we have mentioned head of the state. Here, the state means for the country and not for any particular state. Means he is the head of the country and head of the government of India. President is also the supreme commander of Indian armed forces. This is another power that president holds. Now see the third point. One important thing is that he is only the nominal head or the constitutional head. Now what you meant by he is just a nominal head? Nominal head means he is just for the name sake, head of the state and head of the government of India. He is just a constitutional head, but he does not have any real powers. There are powers with the president, but the real powers, the actual powers for bringing out changes and implement policies and all that lies with the prime minister. In our country, we have the parliamentary form of government. Our prime minister is chosen only after he gets the majority of the votes directly from the people in the democracy setup. We citizens go and vote. The political party which gets the majority votes amongst themselves, the leader gets chosen as the prime minister. So, when we are directly voting for him, so he is our leader, he is our representative and he has the real powers. In India, the real powers lies in the hands of the prime minister and the president is just for the name sake with no real powers. Now see the fourth point, still being a president, that he is holding a position of a great prestige, great authority. Now see the fifth point, the president is also referred to as the first citizen of India. So, students, who is the first citizen of India? Yes, it is the President of India. and the wife of president is known as the First Lady of India. Now, we will see the eligibility or criteria to become the President of India. In case you want to become the President of India, what are the qualifications that you should meet? First of all, you should be citizen of India. Then, you must be complete 35 years of age or above. If you are below 35 years of age, you cannot become the president. Third condition is you must be qualified to be a member of Lok Sabha. That we have already studied in the previous chapter. If you are fulfilling all those requirements, then you will be eligible to become the president. Here, point to be noted that here it is being talked that you must be qualified to be a member of Lok Sabha, not the Rajya Sabha. The required qualification to become a member of Lok Sabha, that is, you should be 25 years of age, citizen of India, mentally sound, not a criminal, and so on. Another important point is that you should not hold any office of profit under the central government, state government, or local government. That means you should not have any government job. Then you should not be a member of the union or state legislature. That is, you cannot be a member of the Lok Sabha or the member of the Rajya Sabha at the state level, Vidhan Sabha or Vidhan Parishad. When you are a president, you only have to hold that office only. At same time, you cannot hold any other office. The current President of India is Mr. Ramnath Kovind. He is the 14th President of India. Election of the President. Now, we will see the election procedure of the President. The election of the President of India is done through Electoral College. Electoral College means it comprises of elected members of both the houses of parliament, that is Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, and elected members of the state legislative assemblies, that is Vidhan Sabha only. These elected members elect the president through secret ballot, that means through voting. Now, we will see the term of office for how long is a president elected. The President of India is elected for the term of 5 years. Even he can vacate the office before the completion of his term, that is before 5 years. There are certain conditions. The first condition is that death take place of the president. The second one is if he resigns. And third one is that he can be removed from his office by the process of impeachment. Impeachment means the president is found in case of corruption or unfaithful towards the country or not following the constitution or misusing his powers against country. So, the president can be removed from the office before completion of term. Now students, can you see the image of this building? Yes, this is Rashtrapati Bhavan. Rashtrapati Bhavan means President's house. The President of India lives in Rashtrapati Bhavan, which is located in New Delhi. So, for the time period that he is the president, the person, he or she, gets to live in the Rashtrapati Bhavan. It is his official residence. Originally was known as the Viceroy's house. Now students, we will see the powers and functions of the president. The constitution have entrusted several powers and functions to the president. Now first one, the president summons the meeting or prorogue the session of parliament. Means in case of need and as per advice of Prime Minister, the president call or attend the meeting of both the houses, that is Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Even he can end or dissolve the parliament, that is Lok Sabha. He cannot dissolve the Rajya Sabha because it is a permanent house and it never gets dissolved. Only Lok Sabha can dissolve before the term, and only the president has the power to do so on the advice of Prime Minister. Now see the second point. Bill passed by the both houses must be signed by the president. Now students, in previous chapter we have studied that how the bill is introduced and passed by both the houses to become a law. Only when president sign on it, the bill is converted into law. Now see the third point. The president appoints the prime minister and council of ministers. Means the president actually does not select the prime minister and council of ministers. The winning party among themselves decide the prime minister and the council of ministers. As per the advice of the party, the president does the official paperwork for appointing prime minister and the council of ministers. Now see the fourth point. The president appoints the judges of the Supreme Court and the High Courts. The president also appoints the governors of states, chief election commissioner and other important officers. Now we'll move to the fifth point. The president is the supreme commander of the defense forces. Means the president is the supreme commander of army, navy and air forces. In case of any major decision has to be taken, the defense minister has to consult with the president to make decision regarding war and peace. Now see the sixth point. The president has some judicial powers. Means the president has the power to grant pardon, reduce or suspend the sentence of a person. He can also pardon a death sentence. The president does not have to answer any court of law for his actions unless he is facing impeachment. Now we'll move to the seventh point. The president has the power to declare emergency in case of a crisis situation arising in the country, that is national emergency, state emergency, financial emergency. Now we'll see what is a national emergency. Means if any country declare war on our country sometime due to natural disasters or internal conflict on political issues, Then second, state emergency means problem created in a particular state. If there is instability in government machinery, the president takes charge of that working of that state. This is known as president's rule. Then third, you can take financial emergency means instability or financial crisis in the country. Now students, we will see the role of Vice President. Vice President performs all the functions of the President in the absence of the President or when President's office is vacant temporary. So that is the purpose we have a Vice President. So at that time there should be somebody handling his work in the country. So, there is a Vice President who will take over and look after the work of the President. When the President is unwell, when the President has resigned, when the President is out of the country, when the President is removed or dies suddenly and a new President is yet to be elected. Now see the function of the Vice President. The Vice President also acts as the presiding officer or ex officio, chairman of the Rajya Sabha. He conducts the proceedings of this house. While performing the functions of the President in his absence, he does not conduct the proceedings of the Rajya Sabha. The current Vice President of India is M. Venkaiah Naidu.